welcome back to the channel. So today we're actually going to the very first points event of the season. For those of you who don't know, this is my 2007 Mazda MX-5 Miata. This would be the NC Miata, just on a used tire and coilover. So we're having a lot of fun on a budget. One thing I haven't talked about is the goal for this year is actually to be the top 10 overall at my region. Now I have placed in the top 10 at my region before, but that doesn't happen all the time. So I'm hoping with consistency and actually running all the events, I should still be in the top 10. This isn't a huge challenge that I'm taking under, but I've never actually run a full season before. And like I said, this is a very budget focused car. Anyway, first event of the season, the goal again is to be in the top 10 overall. So we're gonna see what we can do today. All right, so we actually just got to the event. It looks like we got here plenty early, which means we got a lot of time to unpack, get registered, and go course walk. We shouldn't have to do tech inspection because we've actually already won one event this year, so we should be good to go. All right, so we just got the Miata all stickered up. We did 2 course walks, and it seems like it's gonna be fast today. There's a section where I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need 3rd gear, which is interesting because getting back down in a second is always an entertaining thing.
All right, so we're not going to talk through every single run of the weekend, but I do want to talk through some of the key ones that really showed how things played out. So far in this run, things are looking pretty good. I'm feeling really good, and the car's feeling really good. However, this slalom coming up right here changes all of that. This slalom was actually offset for worse, and it made things so slow. I kept having an issue where I would reduce my speed and RPM so much that the Miata would really fall out of its torque band.
Come on.
Yeah, we also almost went off course there, but we're just going to disregard that since this is run number 1. Now right here, I spent way too much time on limiter. I'm used to riding limiter a lot at autocross, but man, this was just way too much. And as soon as I saw that this section opened up even more, I grabbed 3rd and I picked up so much speed. You'll see the next run, I actually get a word of advice, which is to shift into 3rd coming out of the slalom. And then we start picking up like almost 10 miles per hour. All right, we're gonna skip run number 2 because it's pretty much the same as run number 1, but I think I just shed a lot of time on that offset slalom and it really killed things. Run number 3 is important because here I'm still pushing the car pretty hard. I know I don't have a clean run yet, but I'm still focused on trying to learn the course. And you're gonna see me shift into 3rd coming out of the slalom on the backstretch, and we're gonna pick up almost 8 to 10 miles per hour compared to my last couple runs. So coming through here, I'm really putting that limited slip diff to work, hard on the throttle, trying to keep speed up. I think I maneuvered this slalom pretty well as well. And then hard on the gas, and we're gonna run this thing up as fast as we can.
Holy crap, that's fast.
It was very fast. This is the fastest I've ever been in my Miata autocross. Watch how I take this last Chicago box because this one is going to become a heartbreaker later on.
Okay.
All right, so this run gets very complicated, and this is where things really start to take a downturn for me this weekend. As you can see, I haven't gotten a clean run. I have found out where I can pick up some time. Run number 4, I hit 2 cones, which were kind of anomalies. It was actually a really bad run, and for some reason I still had a 53. So I knew there was a really fast line on this course, and I was really starting to get comfortable, so run 5 I had really high hopes. What you're gonna see is as we come around these 2 right-handers up here, there's going to be a lane change, and there's gonna be a cone down. It's my responsibility to stop and point out that cone. Now, if you stop and point out that cone, you get a rerun.
Oh.
Right here. Should have just locked up the brakes, ignore everything else, get that car stopped. And I didn't. I, for some reason, just kept driving. I don't know why. I've never actually had to stop on course before, so I guess I just hadn't really thought about it. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to go back to the pits, see that I have a 62-second run. Now, I did delay during the run when I saw the cone down as I was kind of thinking, but I did not have a 60-second run. So I went, we found out there was a timing issue. This is my rerun. You'll probably notice here I'm going intentionally slow. I know I need a clean run and I need to sacrifice time to get it because this is my second to last run. And it's easy to make a mistake, so you don't want to get that clean run on your 6th run. And here's where I'm going to throw it all away. Another cone down in the Chicago box right here.
They got another one down.
Again, my responsibility. Stop the car, point it out, and I'll get another rerun. And for some reason, even though I was already thinking about it because of my last run, I kept going. And I don't know why. I really don't.
All right. Yeah.
There you go.
So what ended up happening is I know I didn't hit a cone. I believe I received that down cone as my +2 second penalty, which really sucks.
That was bad.
It is what it is. That was my responsibility to stop, and I didn't do that. Coming up to run 6, this is for all the marbles. I just need to not hit a cone. Honestly, looking at this run, I think it's a pretty good run. It's a very safe run. It's a fairly decent speed. Everything is looking fantastic. Again, really pouring on the throttle through the right-handed sweeper, that limited slip diff doing its job. As you can see, I lifted a little bit for that right-handed sweeper, just trying to make sure I don't hit cones. All I need to do is come out of this slalom, stay on limiter, shimmy through the last Chicago box, but instead I grabbed 3rd mod.
All right, hold on. Nope, got that one. That's been working all day.
That's all right.
All right, so let's talk about the event. This did not go near as well as I had hoped. We're going to talk about where I'm at and where I need to be in points by the end of the season. This is the very first event, but I did not put myself in a very good position. So first things first, I didn't have a single clean run all weekend. I know for a fact I had a couple of clean runs and they didn't make it onto the boards. The first one, there were cones down. I didn't stop to point them out. That's my responsibility. I should have done that and I didn't. Luckily, the timing was messed up, which is funny. So I ended up getting a rerun. I went around for my rerun. There was another section with cones down again. And I went through, I didn't stop and point them out. Again, my responsibility there. So I got that cone. I guess it was noticed after I went through, but I saw the cone down. You should have seen it in the videos. So at the end of the day, I really have nobody else to blame but myself. I'm learning that I used to go for fun. And when I went for fun, I was okay with hitting cones. They didn't matter. Cone scars are kind of funny. But the problem is now I've gotten so okay with hitting cones that I'm throwing away good runs. Overall, PAC's time was 31st out of 48 drivers, which is abhorrent. It's not really acceptable, and if I really want to try to get top 10, as I talked about at the beginning of the video, that's not going to work. What would have happened if I didn't hit a cone? That raw time would have been about 18th position overall, again, out of 48 cars, which for me, for my skill level and where I am and the car's at, I'd be pretty happy with that. All right, if you guys have made it this far, make sure you follow and leave a like. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. Have a great day.